Hi, everyone. It's lovely to be with you. Hmm. So, so the season of holidays in the US, if you are in the US, have started. Thanksgiving and Christmas is coming and, all that. So holidays also, they perhaps they're both stressful and they have lovely aspects. They're lovely and they're stressful both. We can focus on one or the other, but it's both. And in some ways, it's not so different from the rest of life. It's lovely and it's stressful, right? Both of those we can say about life. So, so what I wanted to reflect on tonight, and invite us to practice with is the fourth Brahma Vihara. The Brahma Viharas, again, as a reminder, are the practices of the heart. Metta, loving kindness, being the first one, compassion or karuna, the second one. Third one is mudita, vicarious joy. The fourth one is equanimity or upekkha, this beautiful expansion of the heart to be with whatever is, with stability, with care. It's not aloofness. It's not, oh, I don't care, listen, talk to the hand, I'm not listening. That's not equanimity. We know that already, but I always want to remind us. Equanimity can be more nuanced compared to the other Brahma Viharas. And yet the Brahma Vihara is the faculty where the other Brahma Viharas rest on. It's loving kindness, compassion, and vicarious joy rest on equanimity. Because if they don't rest on the stability, on the open-heartedness, on the spaciousness of equanimity, they can veer into the opposite. Metta, loving kindness, can become clinginess, or compassion can become grief or distress, or say mudita, vicarious joy, can veer into either pride or its opposite, into envy, if it doesn't have this open-heartedness of equanimity, just open-hearted, spacious, stable. It's just such a beautiful quality to have. And it's not cold. It's not aloof at all. Otherwise, it wouldn't be part of the Brahma Viharas, right? All the Brahma Viharas, we have metta, right? We have love there. So wait, how are these in the same family? Oh, okay. So equanimity isn't cool after all. It has care in it. Of course, it has care in it. It has care enough in it to be stable, to be present, to be with what is. So I'd like to invite us to consider, to relate to equanimity tonight as we practice. A spaciousness of the heart, just complete spaciousness of the heart, spaciousness of the mind, for our own sake. Especially, say, if challenging emotions, if difficulties arise, there is a sense of equanimity. There's a sense of peace and ease, which again can veer into metta, can veer into, for others, it can veer into a vicarious joy. It can veer into gratitude for ourselves. It can veer into compassion if there are challenges. So equanimity is responsive. Equanimity can be quite responsive. So we start with equanimity, and there are different flavors, different places we can go. Whereas again, aloofness is, oh, you're not paying attention. It's like, whatever. Whereas equanimity really faces, it's opens the heart and faces. One last thing I want to say before we start practice is that it's such a beautiful quality of the heart. And the more we expand our heart, and the more we make our hearts, our minds spacious through equanimity, the more we can contain, the more we actually surprise ourselves as to what we're made of, right? What we're made of. We can just surprise ourselves. Wow, this, I can be with this too. This too. I'm not losing neither my confidence nor my temper. I have a sense of spaciousness to meet what's happening, with appropriate response. So in praise of equanimity, this beautiful, spacious quality of the heart. Yeah, it's glorious, glorious equanimity. Equanimity is really glorious. It's such a sublime state, really, such a sublime state to cultivate spaciousness of the heart. It's very generous. Equanimity also is the ground for generosity, just being with all there is. So, all right, I can talk a lot more about the joys and the perfection, this beautiful quality, which is actually one of the perfections, as called one of the jewels in Buddhist practice. But let's just practice together. Let's just try it on for size, cultivate, enjoy a taste of it for ourselves. And if there are areas when tonight equanimity does not arise, or the opposite of it arise, clinging or aversion, not a problem. Not a problem. Use the opposite of equanimity, which is aversion or clinging, as a pointer. Oh, there's equanimity lacking here. Can I be with the lack of equanimity present here? Because then you can bring in equanimity to lack of equanimity. And that's like an Aikido move in practice. So, all right, let's do it. Let's practice together. So, arriving, arriving in this body, arriving in this moment, sitting with integrity, upright, and making space for whatever is present right now. There could be fatigue, there could be boredom, there could be resistance, there could be joy, anxiety, whatever is present. Hi, everything. Hello. Bring it on. Open your heart. Spacious, spacious, stable, this body connected, rooted. Everything can be here just as it is. Connecting with the breath. Feel the connection of the body to the earth through the feet, your sit bones on the cushion, on the chair, hands on the lap. Relaxing the body, resting, connecting to the earth. Let the in-breath be received in the abdomen, the lower abdomen. Clarity of the in-breath, pause between the in and out. breath, the out breath, entirety of it, and the pause. Calming, soothing each breath. Spending a few minutes just connecting with the breath and the body to settle, to arrive. The joy of just being breathed. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Taking refuge in this moment, just be breathed. Now I'd like to invite you to imagine your body is a boat on a lake that is still, on a still lake. The water is very still. Your boat, your body is quite stable. It's floating. Letting your body relax, soften. It's a nice day. Maybe it's sunny, warm, pleasant. This body, this boat, floating on the water. the water of life, meeting the circumstances, floating, floating. Your body can relax. The boat is stable. Let yourself enjoy this sense of relaxed, relaxed stability moving on the water. And now let's imagine this in this boat, just stable, steady, floating on the water. Your body breathing, relaxed. In this image, enjoying the day, warm, sunny, birds coming, sitting on the boat, leaving. That there is some wind. There's a little bit of wind. And there are some waves on the water. And the boat meets them. The boat moves a bit, undulates, waves of life. Your body be relaxed, you're soft, your breath soft. No fear, no worry. It's just how things are. Conditions of life is to have some waves. Conditions of the water is to have some waves. Perhaps the energy of the waves actually bring a sense of aliveness, energy into the body, into the mind, vitality. Riding the waves in your boat, in your raft. Still enjoying the sun, the birds, and the waves. Spaciousness of the heart. Spaciousness of the heart. Calm. Openness. Not contracted into fear, but open, spacious. And maybe while you're in the water, you see another boat that's floating and coming towards you. And maybe you see this boat coming right towards you. And maybe at first there is some concern or worry or fear or anger about the other person who's driving the boat right towards you until you realize there's no one in the boat. It's an empty boat. It's drifting. It's moving towards you is born of causes and conditions. It's impersonal. And perhaps you realize that this boat, that is you, floating, moved by the currents, the wind. It's also so much born of causes and conditions. So much of it impersonal. Impersonal. It's impersonal. No need to take it so personally or be worried, concerned, contracted. Maybe the heart can relax, be more spacious. Appreciating the interdependence of all things, the wind, the flow, the waves, the energy of life. Ah, the heart relax in the midst of all of it. Still meeting it with kindness, with wisdom, with compassion. But not in a state of contraction. Spacious. Appreciating that you are moved by part of all these causes and conditions. Not permanent, not personal, not internally satisfactory. And yet miraculous, amazing. This whole being human, this whole being alive, this whole being filled with awe. To be a part of it, no matter how it is, how the waves go. And we invite the heart to relax with the comings and goings of things, with the waves as we float. Comings and goings of whether random boats on the water, enjoying the sun on your face, that you're alive. You get to be on the lake, on these waves. How amazing. Maybe you can imagine maybe some challenge that's happening right now in your life is as a wave in the water. A wave that comes and goes. Yet another wave. Here it is. It's okay. The heart and the body be spacious, calm, relaxed, or maybe even joyous, riding this wave, floating through it. Your vessel is stable, sturdy. There is a sense of uprightness in the Dharma, in this practice. They're just waves. It's okay. You've been through a million waves in your life. You've grown in experience, in wisdom, how to write them. More waves. May they help me grow in kindness towards myself, towards others. Grow in wisdom. As we bring this practice period to a close, whatever happened or did not happen, having kindness, appreciation for yourself. You've showed up, you've done your best. If there were a lot of waves during this practice period, it's okay. Let your heart be spacious and kind, bowing to the waves. It's okay. Uprightness in the Dharma. In this moment, a sense of clarity and uprightness, and offering this goodness, co-created together in this practice to all beings everywhere. Our lives are intertwined with everyone else, everything else. How amazing. Wow. May we be of service. May our lives, our breath, our work, our thoughts, our being alive, may it be of service. The goodness in the world in ways we cannot even imagine. May all beings everywhere, including ourselves, be free. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for your practice. Well, it's a different and new way for us to explore this practice of equanimity. We had never done it this way on this at happy hour with this kind of a guided meditation with waves. Just a different way to explore it. And maybe there is a nugget of something in this visualization and the way that we related to it that worked for you. Great. Keep it. Keep that insight. Keep that way it worked. And maybe it didn't. No problem. You tried it on for size. You can let it go. It's all good. So, yeah, questions, comments, reflections. What did you notice? What was it like for you? What happened? There was also a little invitation there with anatta and insight in there if you caught it. But anyway, Jerry, I see your Zoom hand. Please. Oops, you got muted again. Let's unmute you, please. Oh, you're still mute. Oh, what happened? Still muted.
There we go.
There.
Good. Thank you. I guess I know that in Buddhism, intention is very important. And certainly I don't question your intentions, Nikki, but I guess when, there's in the lay press, as I would call it, gaslighting is a popular topic nowadays. And one of the things that you mentioned was don't take it so seriously, which is often a term used by people who may not have good intentions to try to undermine another person. Just don't take it so seriously. Like, in other words, that you're not in touch with reality, and it can be a form of bullying. And I know that wasn't your intention, and I didn't take it that way. But when I heard that word, don't take it so seriously, I wondered how that fit. And I understood the intent was to have yourself maybe look at what's happening and what's coming up. And is it?
Yeah. Actually, I want to pause you for a moment, Jerry, because I remember saying, don't take it so personally.
Personally, yes. Yeah, so that's it. Don't take it so personally.
But I didn't say seriously. So that's different. That's very different in the Dharmic. So I want to pause you here because not taking it seriously, that's different. I can appreciate how that might bring alarms, but not taking it personally, that's dharmic language. And I'm using that very specifically.
Thank you.
Do you hear the difference?
Yeah, I hear the difference, and I get it. It's coming from the. I knew your intentions were good, but it's just sort of twigged a bit where if someone else is using, if yourself is using it, like the person, and asking them to question it, that's
But that's
fine.
very different, Jerry. So I want to pause you because I do hear that there's something happening here with both the language and also the, there's something that has happened, with gaslighting, etc. But I just want to be very, very clear with the intention and with the distinction here. So pause. So stay with me for a moment, Jerry.
Okay, thanks.
So with not taking it seriously, that's different. That's not going there, but not taking it personally is the concept that we're working with here. And the concept of anatta, impersonality, impersonal, ungovernable, not self, not me, myself, nor mine. And there is a sense of impersonality, which is really a deep, deep wisdom teaching in Buddhism. And I trust that you, having practiced as long as you have had insights into the impersonality of the body, of the thought process, that there's so much impersonality. So taking your thoughts personally, for example, you're taking your body aches personally. It's not personal. It's or things that happen, rise and pass, like it's just we take so much to be so much personal, and we suffer because we take things so personally. So that's an invitation not to take things personal because they aren't personal. And there's a lot of and right now I'm talking about the kind of the shallow level of this insight, but there are very, very deep, deep levels that even this being who is me is born of causes and conditions. It's not personal. It's really not. So that's what the teaching is. And it's a deep teaching. And the invitation is not to take things personally. Yes. Oh, you got muted again. You're welcome to say anything or just let it be.
It's very helpful.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks, Jerry. Yeah. Okay. Steph, please.
So I just want to say I was pretty distracted, but I think it was because I didn't meditate this morning like I usually do. I usually meditate on my own and or in a group. And I've had a bit of a stressful day, but the practice was really useful. But I had to keep trying to return my mind to it, trying to return my mind to it. So but I really always appreciate it when you lead a practice so much. So thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Steph. Thank you for saying that. And as you know, well, that's what I would say is that's perfectly fine. Distracted Buddha, just say, oh yeah, distracted Buddha. Just need to bring back and come to the center. And that's perfectly fine. Just the causes, the conditions of the mind are not always the same. And that is impersonal because of what's happened through the day or didn't sit like, oh yeah, it's impersonal. It's like, of course, it's busy right now. So oh,
Right,
terrible
exactly.
me. I'm a bad person. It's like, no, it's just like this is what happens. Like it's impersonal. It's born of causes and conditions, this busyness of the mind. And then
Exactly.
you work with it with wisdom. You work with it with wisdom. Beautiful.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thanks, Steph. Lovely. And Claire, I see your hand.
Thank you. I raised my hand for two reasons. One is that I loved your metaphor of the boat on the water. I thought it was absolutely spot on for me.
Right.
The other thing, though, was a question that came up. I have for a couple of years now used the concept of acceptance to deal with complex situations. And is that similar to equanimity, do you think?
Slightly
Words,
different. Slightly
okay.
different. So the idea, the concept of acceptance is when we accept what is instead of resisting what is.
Right.
So it's not again about acceptance. It's not acquiescing and it's not giving up. So that those are important things that you already know, but for the benefit of everyone. So with acceptance, there's a sense of accepting, it's, for example, my back is hurting right now. By hating it, by being upset about it, it's like accepting the truth of the moment is acceptance. So there's an opening up, not resisting it. Whereas equanimity is more about, so equanimity includes acceptance, but it goes beyond acceptance. It includes the opening and not denying what's happening. But then there's this attitude of neither attaching nor resisting. So it goes beyond it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There's a more equipoise. Great. Thanks for that. And Jane, you're the last reflection, please.
Thanks, Nikki. I actually just had a question. I did really appreciate the guided meditation and the way you defined equanimity as open-heartedness. I had never understood it that way, and it was really lovely in the way of metaphor. But I wonder, repeating yourself, if you could if there's anything else to say about why it is we suffer so much when we take things personally. I find myself, sometimes saying, why me? Like, why did that happen to me? And I can kind of understand that makes it worse, but I don't know if there's any other dots you could connect there. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. So there are a lot of reasons why we suffer when we take things personally. It's a longer Dharma talk, but I want to come to specifically what you just referred to, which is why me. And let me just say something about that, because it's a particular example of the bigger case. Like, why me? That if that arises, and and it arises for many of us in many different times. So not to have judgment because that why me arises, that's number one. But if it arises, there is a sense of excuse me. It's as if I've done something wrong. So it's belittling. I'm separate. Like everybody else is okay. Everybody else has it figured out. But I'm less than. I'm worse than. There's something special, but special in the negative way. And that is the delusion of separateness. It's the delusion. It's denying our similarity in humanity. Everybody, everybody has challenges in this life. It's dukkha, unsatisfactoriness, is a characteristic of being alive. We just don't see it. Our minds are often focused on me, right? And my life, my body, my this. Like that's how we operate evolutionarily. Yes. Oh, sweet, dear human being. This is how we operate. And yet, when that happens, why me? Try to open that up. Try to open from the constrictions of me and what's happening to like, oh, just like others, instead of why me, just like others, just like other human beings. I'm having a difficult day right now, just like other people, just like others, just to take away that separateness. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So, okay, I spoke a lot, and looks like we have less time today. It was going to be a short groups. So let's turn to them. It's always sweet to be in small groups. So here's the invitation I have today for the group. So the invitation is as we get together in small groups of 3 is, and since the topic is equanimity, is the prompt is, what supports your equanimity? What supports this sense of being with the waves that arise? What supports it? And maybe what challenges it, if you wanted to explore? What supports my equanimity, and what challenges it? And maybe what supports it is contemplating the Dharma, meditating, being calm, eating a good diet, I don't know, sleeping well, whatever it might be. What helps my equanimity? What challenges it? And I suggest going in circle, in round robin fashion. Each person will offer a reflection, the next person, etc. So take care of yourself, take care of each other. Each person will just be offering from their own experience. And this is going to be pretty short tonight. So, yeah, it'll probably just be less than 5 minutes in groups. Here we go. It's going to be lightning round. All right. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Here we go. Looks like the rooms are closed now. Everybody's back. Welcome back, everyone. This was a pretty quick, short, yeah. So it's 7 o'clock already. So I will respect the time and let's just dedicate the merit of our practice together. May all beings everywhere be safe, happy, healthy, and well. May all beings be free, including ourselves. Thank you all. Thank you for your practice. May you be well. May you be calm. May you have equanimity. May your heart be spacious. May you have a wonderful weekend.